Alrighty. You're looking for a brilliant setting to place your free-spirited players upon, with certain links to a special drow ranger? Then look no further than the Icewind Dale, and here's why. Set in the frozen north of the Forgotten Realms world of Faerun, located above the Sword Coast, the region known as the Icewind Dale tops the mountain range known as the Spine of the World. This tundra was made famous by writer RA Salvatore in his debut novel introducing everyone's favorite dark elf, Drizzt Do'Urden. Icewind Dale is a harsh land to live in, but most of the setting focuses on a loose coalition of settlements known as 10 towns, because it's made of 10 towns. These strung-together communities are filled with those who left other regions of Faerun in order to start new lives, and some for auspicious reasons. Resources are scarce in 10 towns, and trade is king. The towns that controlled trade, like Bryn Shander, grew to be much larger than the rest of them, and it became recognized as 10 Towns' capital. But each town has its own designated member for official decisions known as a speaker who sits on the Council of 10 Towns. Over from 10 Towns lies the Rheged Glacier, home to the Rheged Men barbarians, claiming that the giants of the Dawn Age created the glacier to mark the edge of their territory. Not much else exists out here outside of the tribes of Goliaths and beasts that have managed to adapt to the harsh cold. In the 5th edition adventure Rime of The Frostmaiden, links to the books are in the description, guys! Icewind Dale is stuck in a state of perpetual winter night, with heavy snow and freezing winds for the last 2 years. This was created by the goddess of winter, RA the Frostmaiden, who appears as a sort of horned, bestial, bipedal snowy owl as she rides her rock Iskra across the skies, casting her spells. This has taken its toll on the mental state of the inhabitants of 10 Towns, and they've grown increasingly desperate, especially as the magical weather is most harsh on the outskirts of the Icewind Dale, making travel in and out almost impossible. But who would you find there? The creatures of 10 Towns are made heavily of humans and dwarves, although with the amount of cold weather gear that you have to wear to just exist there, many other races would be able to exist there without drawing much attention. There are no real additions to races in this setting, but maybe we should mention Goliaths. The descendants of the giants themselves, these large 8-foot-tall beings come from the realms of rock, wind, and cold, and traditionally dwell in tribes in the wilderness where strength, competition, and survival of the fittest rule. Dwergar. These grey-skinned subterranean dwarves exist in the Underdark. These classically cynical and hateful dwarves despise their softer dwarven kin, and the only thing that outweighs their greed is their pride. Although, as I said before, many other races could be slipping in and out of 10 Towns with no one being any the wiser. Who knows who is lurking within the peoples of 10 Towns? The paths between the settlements of 10 Towns are a dangerous enough place, and travel is not to be taken lightly. Those who wander off the path could be presented with many dangers, and here are just a taste. Coldlight Walkers. These are former humanoids who died from cold exposure, and their spirits remain trapped. A snow golem, because why not attack your players with a snowman? A snowman. Tomb tappers. These are 15 to 20 foot tall magic-seeking monstrosities that tunnel through solid rock with their claws and sledgehammers. A snowy owlbear, because what campaign is complete without these beautiful boys? I'm somewhat of a fan. Rime of the Frostmaiden has its own adventure set in Icewind Dale, but the setting itself is so interesting that I love the idea of an adventure during the beginning of the Everlasting Rime, or even focusing on plots of the Arcane Brotherhood. The Icewind Dale is your frozen oyster, but why don't we head somewhere warmer like this setting over here?